similar background with the dance, so I'm excited to talk to you more about what certain things mean for you.
Sure.
What you're doing. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? What you're doing? And
Yes.
go ahead.
So I've created a modality called Dance of Oneness, which operates in three dimensions or three streams, if you will.
Yeah.
Dance and movement technique, and healing modalities, drawing from the chakra system and different energetic modalities, and mostly from my own background in Chinese medicine, because I'm also an acupuncturist and herbalist. So I use that knowledge in creating dance that I perform and I teach.
Yeah.
The third stream is wisdom teachings, and it's drawn from the divine feminine traditions as well as the Sufi tradition, and the Taoist. So bringing these three together, I feel makes for a very well-rounded approach to being human, really.
Yeah.
And I've just recently written a book that will be released on March 10th. That's called
beautiful.
Dance of Oneness, that describes this modality and really just sheds light on why dance. What is dance good for? Why do we dance? And how can it help us grow and evolve?
Totally. More and more on social media nowadays, we see a lot of information coming by that really increases the awareness for people to understand that dance is very healing.
Yes.
Yes. It's any type of movement, but particularly dance.
Absolutely.
And you were one of the forerunners of that, understanding that concept.
I feel that, but even though dance is an ancient practice, even though before,
True.
Theater or any of the performing arts, human beings danced to both commune with spirit and what they felt as the source of their existence, and also to express what it means to be alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
But somewhere down the line, that got a little bit lost. And now in the modern world, what I see is women like you are bringing it back to the modern people. Like, do not forget that there is this power in dance. There's an important message to have.
Absolutely. And you can also see it very much in my country right now, that is in quite a turbulent period. We're actually absolutely creating a revolution to change the regime.
Yeah.
And I hope you and your listeners, your viewers, have heard how the regime has been crushing the people, and they've been
She's from
massacring.
Iran.
They've massacred so many people and maimed and imprisoned so many.
Yeah.
And people dance at the gatherings where they're burying their loved ones. They dance to show that you can kill a body, but you cannot kill spirit.
Yes.
So it's very, very powerful. And we can see these incredible dimensions of dance, that dance is not just something you do when you're happy and joyful as an expression of how you're feeling, but as a way to also transmute heavier emotions.
Like in Africa, it's a very known tradition to be dancing as part of funerals and digesting grief.
Yeah. Yes. Dance is, it plays a central role in many tribal cultures.
Yeah.
And it is still very alive in these cultures that are more in tune and connected with their more ancient roots.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you manage to make this full-time profession out of this creative art and bring that to all people from all different walks of life?
Yes, but first by really believing that that can be really, and not doubting it.
Yeah.
Even though I come from a culture, a patriarchal culture, unfortunately, that has been very influenced by Islam, that says dance is sinful. Even though I've had to face that in pursuing my career and meet with challenges where family members and those around me were saying, "Oh, you're bringing shame to yourself and to your name by doing this." I had to resist all those voices that I also had within myself, just because of how we inherit worldviews,
Yes.
Even if we may not consciously prescribe to them.
Yeah.
So I've had to go through, really meet all these challenges and overcome them, knowing that I am here to do what I love, and there's a reason I have this passion in my heart.
Yeah.
And it's not just this love of dance, but also to help people really come home to their bodies through dance. Dance is really a vehicle for embodiment, which
Yeah.
is what I'm mostly dedicated to,
Yeah.
helping people embody themselves more fully,
Yeah.
and to remember that the body is sacred.
Wonderful. I got a specific question for you. I'm going to read it, and we're also going to chop this up. Will be edited. Now, for me, in my work with women who are rebuilding after very big life transitions, um, I often see a disconnection from the body as a protection pattern. How does sacred movement gently bring someone back into safety rather than the overwhelm? What can you say on that?
I can say that what happens in dance is that you start to let go, right? You let go of your thinking and possibly the way you have been habitually holding yourself and holding to your traumas and different issues, even though they're not consciously being held onto, unconsciously. What happens in dance is we let go without even really knowing that we've done that. And there's more room, there's more space for a new way of being. And especially with sacred dance, where the emphasis is so much more on the inner experience and the connection with spirit, that makes it more of a gentle way of actually coming into this releasing, into surrendering, and from there, without even any without our own direction, something else starts to emerge.
Yeah.
That is beyond our thinking, beyond our knowing.
And what is your advice for women who feel so nervous, so shy to dance? There are women who do not want to sign up for certain workshops and say, oh no, the fear of failure, and I can't do it, and I can't dance, but it's so needed. What can we tell them
I know.
to convince them?
I always get this in interviews because it's so important, right?
Yeah.
Because it's something that so many people think about, like, oh, I can't dance, or I'm too shy.
Yeah.
And what I say is that as long as you have a body, you have a dance.
Right?
I mean, that
Yeah.
it's true. And also, um, when you come to a gathering where we're focusing on really releasing and opening to something new, opening to something greater, people aren't really looking at how others are doing.
No.
They're just sort of in their own space. And then when there's moments and times where we're dancing together, it's never a time where people are judging. It's a sharing, it's a dancing together, it's encouraging one another,
Yeah.
supporting one another. So oftentimes these gatherings are very supportive.
Yeah.
And what women find who are maybe thinking at first, I can't dance or I'm too shy, they find that, wow, I can really be part of this group and
Yeah.
really let loose and dance my heart out.
Yeah, and they love it.
They love
Usually
it.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yes.
They
Yes.
found this new courage inside and
Confidence.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. So important. Talking a little bit about that. There is a difference between performing femininity and embodying it, really. How do you guide women into authentic embodied power rather than this external expression of, oh, now we're feminine. This is how you should be.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the difference of like that authentic femininity, when you really taste that, it's sort of it's not even comparable to anything that is a show.
No. Yes.
Because it feels so much different and feels so good.
Yeah.
It's what you are, So you very clearly see the difference of the performative versus I'm really feeling this. And once you taste really feeling it, then you don't want to be performing.
No.
Because it's not really changing much and it's
Yes.
not really affecting much.
No.
Yeah, and it's not that blissful either.
No. Is the Dance of Oneness, is that partly guided, partly free movement?
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly. Guided, because I feel there are tools that those of us who've dedicated their life to
Yeah.
dance have, that maybe those who are just always doing freestyle dance can benefit from.
Yes.
You know, I love freestyle dance. I love watching people do that. But I see that it becomes very repetitious.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you get just a few tips from
Yeah.
someone who's dedicated their whole life to it, then maybe your own toolkit grows
Yes.
and your own experience expands. That's
Yes.
what I feel. So I always give some movement, and then I invite people to make that their own.
Okay.
Just bring it into their own way of moving if they
Yes.
resonate.
Yes.
Nobody has to do anything that I'm saying, unless unless they're hurting themselves. Then I will say,
Yeah.
please pay attention to this and that.
Yeah. We see a lot of difference between women who feel actually very fearful for choreography, or women that feel fearful for, oh, I can't dance freestyle. So there's this big dividation. And what I also do in my classes, I bring that together so they can expand on what they know already, or give a little bit structure wherein they feel lost. And I think that's a very
I
important
love
blend.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Some people
Yeah.
just want to follow along,
Yeah.
and because we're all dancing together,
Yeah.
then they're following me along. But
Yeah.
others who want to really express their own creativity are absolutely
Yeah.
invited to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's so wonderful. I've seen how the movement can regulate the nervous system, obviously, and in ways that talk therapy can't. Now, how do you see conscious dance restoring the coherence between the body and spirit? It's a
Yes,
deep one.
I love that. And I love the comparison you're making with talk therapy,
Yeah.
because that, as it's very valid, it's very important, and
Mm-hmm.
it has helped people a lot over the years, over time. But there's a limit to how much you can really approach your inner world through talk therapy,
Yeah.
which is mental mostly.
Yeah. The level of logic, the mind,
Yes.
maybe even rehashing trauma.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The story that kind of
Yeah.
gets stuck, this tape that just goes over and over again.
Yeah.
And then what happens with movement, with conscious movement that's intentional, you're not just going through your mental capacities. You're accessing your heart
Mm-hmm.
capacity, your heart center, and the wisdom stored in your body.
Yeah.
And let's face it, so much of our trauma lives in our very flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unless you are moving them through, there's so much you can talk about.
Yes.
And when you move them through, they really do move and are released, and you're able to transmute.
Yeah.
And to your point, the coherence to spirit, this connection of body and soul then is
Mm-hmm.
also established through intentional movement. If that is your intention,
Yeah.
you connect with the soul, you connect body and soul, and from that place you have so much more capacity
Yeah.
to approach your past, or the issues that are difficult to move and
Mm-hmm.
difficult to release. You have so much more capacity, because then you feel, okay, I have this body and soul connection. I'm coming from a bigger, more expanded
Yeah.
version of me.
Absolutely. Can women, or men actually, of course, it's for both. How can they discover that they are more connected to soul afterwards? Could it be already the happiness they feel, the openness? What could be one of these signs that they feel, oh yeah, I feel stronger connected to spirit now? Do they have to do a specific dance, like this the trance type of dance that you can get yourself in, or can it be done already with a salsa and a bachata dance?
Oh, I love this question. Well, for me, because my main practice is the whirling
Yeah.
practice, and that's a meditative practice where
Mm-hmm.
you open your body as a channel and you receive guidance, and your intuition is heightened. I feel, yes, a form like that where it's actually, being done for that purpose of connecting with
Mm-hmm.
spirit is a faster pathway.
Yeah.
Uh, but to your question, the other forms of dance, for me, I haven't experienced them as an avenue to
Okay.
this body soul
Yeah.
connection. I don't see why not if that's the intention.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it is true for me that physically the body needs to open like a
Yeah.
channel
Yeah.
to be able to receive your
Yeah.
soul, so to speak. The soul descends into the
Yes.
body, and you open to intuition and guidance.
Yeah.
Now, do these other forms that you mentioned do that? Remains to be seen. We'll see. If
Yeah.
people dance them with that intention,
Yeah.
why not?
Interesting. Interesting. I do have experience from very first hand that yes, it does really work well on the body and the mind level. Nervous system release, healing. For me, dance was my savior after really big life transitions like divorce, life falling apart. It was for me something that ignite my inner spark. I felt alive again. The world can disappear. You live in the moment. You feel your body. You're, yeah, present. But also, it really accelerated or intensified, I have to say, my manifestation power. So
Hmm.
only if I would let go and I tap into the sacral chakra and dance, connect with self, raise my frequency, because to me it makes me very happy in very simple words. Magic started to appear around me in life. So in that sense, for me it was a gateway, I believe, to yes, connecting to spirit, to
Hmm.
on all levels. And yes, what I do now is I incorporate tribal music with the Latin music, um, to teach people through salsa and bachata, like how can you bring out your femininity? How does that
Mm.
look for you? And I can show you. You can copy me if you can't find it directly, and then also let them freestyle and
I love
dance.
that.
Um, but if I hear your story, you're very much connected to your lineage, right? Your heritage, where the dance comes from. Coming from the Netherlands, I feel like we don't have that there. There's not much in there that people can, that we can draw from, so to say. There's not a cultural dance that can do
Hmm.
that for women. This is just off the record, but when I was
Interesting.
23, yeah, when I was 23, I had my first breakup after my first love, and I dove into the salsa dance, the Latin community, and I found friends. I found a way to express, to grieve,
Mm.
and so I never let that go. So that's the opening for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, to really feel alive. The music, the
Hmm.
blend of music, but it's not in my lineage coming from the Netherlands. But your style is connected to Iran.
It is.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
yeah,
In Dance of Oneness, I draw from Persian dance
yeah,
and Sufi whirling,
yeah,
which are embedded in my culture. The
yeah.
sources in my culture, but I also take from flamenco, which is
Okay.
what I trained in,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
and also Tai Chi,
yeah,
which is also something I trained in. That's
yeah,
these two forms are not from my culture, but I feel like bringing them together gives the different sides of the human. It kind of addresses the different
yeah,
faces.
yeah,
Flamenco is fierce, while Persian dance
yes.
is much more ethereal and soft and fluid, and
Mm,
Tai Chi is just formless,
yeah,
formless in the sense of fa- facelessness.
yeah,
It's just kind of the undercurrent of movement.
yeah.
And then the Sufi whirling is the place where you surrender. You just kind
Mm-hmm.
of let go of all your knowing, everything that you are,
Yeah,
to be reborn into a greater version of yourself,
yeah.
a divine version.
That's beautiful. I love how you explain that because you show the different parts that we all carry within the fire, the water, the softness, and fluid, and all these parts that we carry within, and that makes us whole. I struggled with that a little bit before, where I was like, I love sound healing and meditation and breath work. I'm giving classes and workshops in that.
Beautiful.
But I have a very fiery side too that want to express and dance and be very tribal. And I was always in the past in life, can people see the bridge? Can they see how being a dancer also links to, oh, but I can also sit in quietness and give a beautiful sound healing, because it's all part of me.
Mm-hmm.
We tap into the different parts of ourselves, and
I
your
love that.
dance, you explain, combines that as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Both the very soft and
yeah,
fluid and the very fiery and strong and fast and all
yeah,
of those things. So the
yeah,
yin and yang.
yes,
I think that dancers, as dancers, we really feel that sort of all-sidedness of
yeah,
things because that's what dance gives us.
yes,
Dance has all these different ways
yeah,
and in a sense it makes us so flexible
yeah,
in and adaptable
mm-hmm.
to different circumstances, different ways of being. I
Yeah,
find that the dancer archetype, if you will, is the one who really is comfortable in all situations
yeah,
and can adapt and can accept.
yeah,
So
true.
it's a very inclusive archetype.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Difficult sometimes for other people to understand that, because they want to place people in a box. They want to label it so it's clear. But the dancers have so many sides to them,
yeah,
and sometimes, therefore, also different jobs, from a healer to a dancer to a musician,
yes.
maybe to an accountant. It can be
I
all
love
there.
that. I love what you're saying. I think so. I think
Yeah,
so. You can sort of juggle and balance because you've built that capacity and you're constantly cultivating that capacity in your body,
yeah,
which is key
yeah,
to be able to hold these different ways of being.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
so it's not being rigid, let's
Correct.
say. Yeah.
Yes, there's freedom
Freedom,
in how we approach life and understanding all the colors and
all the
roles.
colors.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
fun.
Freedom. I love that.
Would you want to do something fun?
Sure.
And maybe no, you should join. Teach us how to do a little Sufi
Oh, are you serious?
twirl.
That takes a while.
Yes.
Oh
Oh no, we
yeah.
can't do it
No,
like a.
no.
I'm like, let's do a
I
twirl.
love that.
Okay, not today.
Yeah, I mean, turning is
Yeah,
something we do in dance,
yeah.
but the whirling it takes a little bit more
Okay,
preparation.
okay. No, no, we're not
It's a
starting that.
prayer dance. It's a, you know what I
Yes.
mean? So,
We do that another time.
absolutely, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. I love the conversation.
Me too.
Yes.
I can talk with you for a long, long, long
Yes, we
time.
can talk much more, but we got places to go, people to meet, things to do.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank
That was
you.
it. Yeah. Thanks.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. Oh.